All right, let's do this. I ain't got time for y'all to catch up. Catch up later, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna do this video real quick. I decided to do it because basically, I mean, I'm off of Facebook so much, I might as well get it in when I can. So we're gonna speak about being on code, the Breonna Taylor situation, and the Vlad TV situation. Now, before I even start with the being on code, before I even start with the subject, I want you guys to remember something. I want to take you guys back, because I know how this goes with this internet shit. Everything's such a flash that you forget about what happened just last week or last month. But I want y'all to remember something real quick. I want y'all to remember back in March when all this COVID shit started popping off, right? And there were so many crazy things being said. It was ridiculous. And I told y'all, I said, listen and remember some of this crazy shit that y'all are hearing, because what's going to happen in a month or two are these people are going to disappear. They're going to act like they didn't say all of this wild, crazy shit. And you should really consider if that's someone who you want to listen to and take wisdom from. So remember we're immune. Remember when the COVID first popped off? It ain't no big deal. It's just a flu. Black people are immune. Then it went to it's being spread by Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi is going to kill us, and then they're going to martial law us and all this other crazy shit. Remember these things that were being said by the same people who went and bought a 5G phone as soon as they got that stimulus check. You know what I'm saying? So people were telling you that Donald Trump is going to end pedophilia. He's going to bring back the gold standard. He's going to abolish the IRS. He's going to abolish the Federal Reserve. Remember all these things that were being said March, April, May. And I told you, pay attention to these cats that are saying this shit, because they're demonstrating that they don't really know shit, and they live off of memes and conspiracy videos, and they're going to pretend they didn't say all this wild shit pretty soon. Here we are. So these are the same ones now that are gaslighting everything else. You feel me? So you got to really start thinking practically when you start absorbing information, and when you start thinking about things, think about it critically, right? So staying on code, we're gonna get with this Breonna Taylor shit. Now listen, first of all, man, anytime that you will repeat a message that your enemies are putting out there for propaganda, you are off code. It don't matter if you agree or not. You feel me? So when people are saying crazy shit about Breonna Taylor's situation, like because her family took that money, that means that they forfeited their right to justice. That's bullshit. That has nothing to fucking do with it. Let's just get that clear. Don't be gaslighting this situation as if Breonna Taylor doesn't deserve justice because her family got a check for wrongful death. That implies that it was wrong in the first place. So she should still get that justice. And let's keep it real, man. 99% of officers who kill us don't fucking get prosecuted or convicted. So that can't have to do with just the money. We know that Ben Crump is a fucking bum. We know that he's a storm chaser and all that shit. We know that. But don't undermine the justice that should be coming to Breonna Taylor for no fucking $12 million check. Because that did not forfeit the right for those who killed her to be charged, because they charged the officer that killed her with shooting fucking a wall. So let's just keep the shit real. And let's not forget to salute her dude for popping off that thing. It's just too bad he didn't have more firepower. So let's not forget to salute that. So to be on code means that we have to echo the message that is best for us as a people. So now I'm going to go into this Vlad situation real quick. So of course you know Vlad is 2939, small hat, so-called whatever. Of course he's going to ride with his dude, right? And he's going to gaslight, and he's going to undermine, and he's going to misquote, and he's going to throw dirt on Farrakhan. Now here's the thing with that. Now it's time for us to show our allegiance to our people, which is difficult to do because I know a lot of you guys will applaud anything that's anti-Farrakhan, because you don't know how to stay on code. You don't understand the threat that he is, and you don't understand how much he has contributed, way more than most of y'all will ever contribute, because he's been around and doing this work longer than most of us has been alive. So if you don't agree with him being Muslim, that don't matter. If you say that he strayed from Elijah Muhammad said this is the dude to follow when he's out of here. So you can't love Elijah and hate Farrakhan, and you damn sure shouldn't be expressing that kind of shit publicly. Same way that y'all niggas be talking about InFact. When we got this Taharka Bey, man, I swear he's a fucking agent. Most of these Moors are agents. Let's just keep it real. They're agents by default. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they refer you to that 1787 peace treaty, you know they're fucking agents. But let's just keep it real. For all these cats that want to undermine INFACT and they're agents and this and that, just keep in mind, you would have done the same thing about the Black Panther Party in the 60s. Mostly it's because you guys are some scared-ass Negroes. Let's just keep it a buck. That's what it is. Y'all niggas are afraid. Y'all couldn't even imagine pulling up against the KKK in their home turf, suited and booted. You could that thought wouldn't even, you couldn't even conceive that thought. So therefore, he has to be an agent. Something has to be wrong. So you got niggas making 30 videos a week against INFACT. Now keep in mind, we need an INFACT situation. You can't talk none of this black nationalism. You can't speak this black Wall Street. You can't speak this, we're gonna, build and we're gonna protect our black women and this and that. Then at the same time, undermine the warrior class. But see, the reason why I know y'all are on that bullshit that talk that is y'all didn't support the new Black Panther Party. Y'all didn't support any of the institutions or organizations that was about protecting our people. You don't support it financially. You don't want to join. You don't want to go to meetings. You don't want to do none of that shit. That's why niggas have to walk around working 10, 12 hours a day and then still put in work for the community just to be undermined, just to be underappreciated. So if there was real support for this shit, there would have already been an INFACT, because every major city should have INFACT potential. We should be able to pull up by the hundreds in every single major city. And if some of your favorite YouTube channels was promoting, instead of just promoting the beefs and the debates and all the bullshit, if they were promoting some of these groups like the new Black Panther Party, we would have been in a different situation, because the new Black Panther Party's been around for 30 fucking years. Think about that. But the only coverage that the new Black Panther Party gets is from our enemies or from agent ass niggas that want to undermine the movement. So it's not a surprise that a lot of y'all niggas are afraid when you see black men wanting to stand up. And let me speak to the sisters real quick. Because we love you. And the only reason that we do this is for you and for the babies. Because without you and the babies, there's no fucking need for us. Our existence will cease to exist. So keep that in mind. But we got to return back to the essence of what the fuck it really is, man. We can't be playing these games where the women thinking that they're leading and they don't need a man, all that bullshit, and niggas running around in skinny jeans, they don't need a woman and all that other corny, goofy shit. Fuck the dumb shit. You know what the fuck it is. You know what it is. We don't have to explain this shit. We don't have to explain this shit to society. You know the fucking natural roles that we're supposed to play. And yes, some women have different warrior spirits. You got to respect that too. But let's just keep it real. And I understand that y'all feel like we don't protect you and all this. That ain't really the case, because we do. Whether they show it on TV or not, you know we have your back. But let's just remember this, though. Let's just, and I'm only saying this so we can get on the same fucking page. Like, for instance, when them Asians whoop the fuck out of a sister and the brothers pull up, wanting that smoke, wanting to shut the shit down, in some cases throwing bricks through the fucking window, we need y'all to be on code, too. We don't need y'all fighting us because you want to save these gook-ass motherfuckers that are beating your ass when you're getting your nails and hair did. Don't do that shit. All right? We're going to have to be on the same page, we have to be on code the whole way out. That means anytime we're disrespected, we got to be on code. We got to be willing to use our economics as a weapon, straight up, point blank. You say you don't participate in politics, but wherever you spend your money does. So that's what I'm saying. When these goofy ass cats talk all this, no, politics don't work. How many times are you going to post that voting don't fucking work? And you ain't voted in your life. So don't act like you're part of a protest or some type of movement of doing something that you've never fucking done. That's like me saying, oh, I'm going to boycott catfish. I don't even fucking eat catfish. What kind of a boycott would that be? What kind of super duper woke shit would I be trying to be on to tell you I'm not going to do something that I never did in the first damn place? All right, we know Kamala Harris is garbage. We know Joe Biden's garbage. We know the Democrats are garbage. We know Republicans are garbage. It ain't about none of that shit. But if you really want to talk about getting involved in politics, you have to get involved in politics. Why wouldn't you want to be involved in something that runs your life, that governs your life? And you're talking that king and queen shit. You're talking king and queen shit, complaining about shit that you could fucking change. No, kings and queens, they want to be part of the decision making that rules and governs them. Period, point blank. And this society, politics is part of that. That doesn't mean that voting alone is going to save shit. It's not. But you have to participate in the process, and you do it with economics. That's what Claude Anderson said. Y'all want to keep misquoting Claude Anderson like he said don't ever vote. He didn't say that. He said it's not going to be effective until you get the economics straight first. Then you can buy politicians. Politicians are prostitutes. They're whores. You either make them work for you or they're going to work for somebody else. Period, point blank. You're complaining about this shit don't work, but guess what? How come everybody else is making it work for them? Because they're participating the right way. That's why. And everywhere you spend your money participates in politics. So you keep your money in Wells Fargo, they used to own slaves. Bank of America, they used to own slaves. Wachovia, they used to own slaves. JP Morgan Chase, they used to own slaves. They all came up off the slave trade. So you keep your money there. Talking about you don't participate in politics. What do you think they're doing with the money that they're making holding yours? What do you think these corporations that you're spending your money with, what do you think they're doing with the money? What do you think these little Asian shops in these Asian spots in your community? You say Asians don't participate in politics? That's bullshit. They do. Indians, they participate. Chinese, they participate. All of them fucking participate. They might not put it on Facebook what they're doing, but they do participate. And when you spend your money with them, you're empowering them to politically empower those that will go with their program, and you know their program ain't the same as yours. So you say you don't participate, you do. And you participate mostly by how you spend your money. So if you really want to start getting justice, you really sick of the way that they doing this shit, if you ain't ready to pull up, then you better be ready to allocate your money away from them as much as possible. Go to Wish. Get your shit straight from China. I know they're fucking around in Africa and all that shit, but they gotta handle that. You know what I'm saying? You can accumulate all the little shit that you want for your kids and for yourself in other ways without going straight to these corporations. You have to make them feel the economic pain. That's what's gonna change shit. We gotta keep this protest 2020 popping. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be on code. We have to have a codified message. Be careful not to go against people that you don't like. If the same person you're going against is someone who's being flamed by the mainstream media, you might want to back off. Like, if it's some Charles Barkley shit, that don't count. But I'm saying the fact that you don't like Farrakhan for these stupid-ass reasons, don't let that be the reason why you jump on Fox News' dick when they're trashing them. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stay on code. You will not see these Jewish people throwing each other under the bus under any fucking circumstances. You won't see it. And they're the minority of minorities. And they're running shit because of unity. So take a lesson from that shit. Gang.